Esther Passaris on the 27th of December.
How do you know all these dates?
2007, because I was there with her at the Pentagon House in the impending days when Raila's victory was almost certain. You announced to the gathering that after Raila is inaugurated, you will take 30 days sex holiday in Seychelles. Woman
sex holiday
who has absolutely no integrity, a socialite bimbo whose only claim to fame is because she is looking for billionaire sponsors. Yesterday it was Mwangi of Equity. The other day it was Gichuru of the former electricity Kenya Power, crying for a man to marry you because you believe that the man promised to marry you, and for that reason you took a man to court. Ooh. Esther Passaris, you can sue me 1,000,000 times and it would not bother me.
Jesu Kristo. Esther Passaris is a bimbo. Miguna aliwaambia. Miguna aliwashow. Esther Passaris has no integrity. Esther Passaris is a bimbo. Sasa tuone what the bimbo has been up to lately, akijaribu kuharibu Kenya, yeye na huyo Kasongo thief murderer. Wacha tuone what Passaris, the bimbo, has been doing.
Bill, which is currently in its formative stages, sponsored by the Nairobi woman representative Esther Passaris, proposes, among other things, to demarcate assembly and demonstration zones, give powers to the CS Interior to designate assembly and demonstration zones in consultation with the county governments, prohibit demos within a radius of 100 meters from the precincts of protected areas such as State House, Parliament and courts.
Aren't you therefore minimizing my opportunity to let people know that I'm unhappy about something?
You have to have a certain designated area where you cannot reach as demonstrators, and they have to respect that. People are calling demonstrations and giving public holidays and saying it's free fall, let's go to State House. I think we need to have laws.
Passaris is telling the National Assembly Administration and Internal Security Committee that the bill will, among other things, reduce the number of deaths, injuries and destruction of property during the demos, which have often been infiltrated by goons.
Your definition of a gathering in the proposed provision.
Yeah.
You want to have a gathering, any two people is considered to be a gathering.
I think, Chair, there might have been a typo error. Might have been 200.
200. So huyu Madhe, si Manzi anymore, ni Madhe. She's, I think, 60 or 61. So huyu Madhe ako hapa anajaribu kuambia watu no more than 200 people should gather. Anataka Murkomen, another murderer, Murkomen mwizi, akuwe in charge of kuambia watu msi protest hapa. And I used to think this woman had some dignity. Maybe I was blinded. Nilimuona hivi, unajua watu wengine ukiangalia hivi unafikiria huyu haizi kuwa evil, but she is just evil like the rest. She is opportunistic. Yeye kazi yake ni akiona malipe atakula. That's it. Ana principles, ana anything else. Na Miguna aliwa warn. So nilikuwa nashangaa huyu Madhe alitokeanga wapi. Wacha tusikie Miguna description yake, huyu Madhe alitokeanga wapi.
She emerged from nowhere that she Mama Supu. She's selling beauty. She thinks beauty gives you credibility and integrity to go for leadership. Esther Passaris is nothing but a flower girl.
Esther Passaris is nothing but a flower girl. She's selling beauty. So, meambiwa hapo, Miguna aliwa warn kitambo sana, when this was like 2014 or 20 whatever. But aliwa warn, mchungane na huyu mama, ana integrity, ana dignity. Tuendelee.
Muthoni Passaris was born on October 20th, 1964, the second child in a multicultural home in Mombasa to a Greek father and a Kenyan mother. What many don't know is that her father was a naval architect and built the first ship ever made in Kenya. After school, Passaris worked different jobs in Mombasa before turning to modeling.
So Miguna alikuwa right, aliwaambia she's selling beauty. Na kumbe alikuwa na sell beauty. Alikuwa anafanya modeling hizo enzi za 1990. Tuendelee.
In 1991, she was crowned Kenya's second runner-up in the Miss Kenya beauty pageant. 11 years later, she started Adopt a Light, initially a printing firm, before pivoting to advertising and street lighting in Nairobi's informal settlements, earning her the nickname Mama Taa. Her first attempt at politics was in 2007 when she vied for Nairobi mayor but lost to Godfrey Majewa. In 2008, she lost again, this time to Ferdinand Waititu in the Embakasi by-election following the death of MP Mugabe Were. In 2013, she ran for woman rep but lost to Rachel Shebesh.
Amekuwa kitandikwa malos, anapata ma L after L after L. Ana lose hapa, ana lose kwingine, ana lose, yani mpaka enyewe. Ndio maana ana machungu hivyo, hataki watu wengine wapate any rights or anything. Cause amekuwa akichapwa losses after losses after losses kama Manchester United. Tuendelee.
She went on to express interest in becoming Nairobi governor in 2017, facing off with Miguna in debates, including this heated debate held on 16th November 2016.
The problem with this country are people like Passaris, Kidero, and the rest who have made up their minds that there is a lower standard for Africa and Kenya and Nairobi.
First of all, before he starts peeling the mask of everyone else, he should peel his own mask. For me, I feel he has no respect for women, and 50% of the voters in this city are women.
Passaris later opted for the woman rep race, which she won on an ODM ticket. During her first term in parliament, she shocked many by teaming up with Governor Mike Sonko, who won on a Jubilee ticket, but the partnership fell apart in 2019.
Governor wetu ameenda kwa TV, ameonyesha ako na title deeds 1,000, ameonyesha ako na pesa ya kufanya hata mashamba za Uhuru Highway na pesa yake. Mimi nataka kuambia hiyo pesa ambayo governor ako nayo, mimi sina hiyo pesa.
Kwa hivyo mimi si bwana yako, hata ni unashika simu sasa wewe unataka. Kwa hivyo hapo tuheshimiane.
Sonko is a chokora tu. Sonko ni ule chokora mwali pata do through questionable means. We all know that. Hatuwezi sema kwa Sonko akona magoons wanaweza kuja hapa after Ruto ameni abduct alete magoons wake wanichape pia. So sitaongea mbaya sana kuhusu Sonko, but we all know pesa ya Sonko si clean. We all know the international records za Sonko. Now we all know behavior ya Sonko pia. And this is why Kenya tuko na shida ya leadership. Kama mtu kama Sonko, mtu kama ule alikuwa anaitwa aje baba yao, the idiot guy, huyu ako jela saizi, alikuwa anarusha mawe, nani leader, nani MP. Waititu. Mna-elect Waititu, mna-elect Sonko, mna-elect huyu jamaa wa madimples mwenye anaiba saizi billionaire, mna-elect Kasonko. Yani manzi Kenya, we need a lobotomy, ile yenye brain inakuwa altered completely ndio to save a country. But wacha niache mambo mingi, tuendelee na beauty. Esther Passaris.
In 2022, she was re-elected, but soon after, controversy struck again. She voted in favor of the unpopular Finance Bill 2023, appeared in President William Ruto's tours, and almost got kicked out of ODM, only surviving after Raila Odinga intervened. In 2024, Passaris hinted she'd support the next finance bill, only to backtrack on the voting day.
So we say no to corruption, and we fund and live within our means. I reject the 2014 finance bill. Thank you.
Her support for the JKIA Adani deal in September further alienated her from public opinion.
Yani mpaka Adani alikuwa amesupport. Unajua amefanya vitu mingi mpaka nilikuwa hata nimesahau zingine. Nilikuwa nimesahau hadi Adani alisupport. This woman is corrupt to the core. Miguna was right, but tuendele.
And just yesterday, she drew fresh criticism after appearing before a parliamentary committee to push for stricter protest laws that included barring protesters from demonstrating around Parliament and State House. To many, the woman once seen as an opposition firebrand now seems aligned with government interests, but perhaps the answer lies in a speech she gave last year.
In 2027, I'm not interested in the woman rep seat.
So amesema 2027 yeye ajali ata contest women rep. So sijui kama ata contest governorship ama ata walk into the sunset, ameacha siasa sasa. But unakumbuka this same woman after kupeleka hizo proposals zake za kunini protest, akaanza kusema Kenyans pia inafaa waanze kufanya hizo birth control juu mnazaana hapo, mnamangana kama mambuzi, vile kleptomaniacs walisema mnamangana kama mambuzi, mnazaana kama masungura everywhere, kama mapanya. So alikuwa anataka watu waanze hizo mambo za contraception, birth control. Hiyo ndio inakuwa kwa akili yake kabisa. So nikapata hadi hii video akiongea mambo na contraception of her own daughter. Jioneni hii clip, ilikuwa imesahau hizo mambo za contraception, but twende.
When I looked at my daughter, I asked myself, my daughter is 16, her friends are already having sex, all right? I had sex at a later age. My mother didn't know when I was having sex, all right? So at the end of the day, I felt that it's important to take my daughter to a gyno. And I took her to my gyno in Nairobi. And I said to my gyno, I want her on the pill. Put her on the pill at the age of 16. And my daughter says, Mommy, why are you putting me on the pill? I don't want to have sex yet. I said, no, baby, it's not because I want you to have sex. But if you're going to have it, I want you to make sure that you don't get pregnant. And the reason is, it can happen. You can be out with your boyfriend, you start kissing, holding hands, and before you know it, you've had sex. Mm-hmm. Then you're on the morning after. Mm-hmm. You know, so all I'm...
So mmesikia akili yake imekuanga tu kwa hiyo contraception. Hadi daughter yake anamwambia mi sitaki pill, I'm 16. Yeye anamweka hapo kwa pill already at 16. Alafu sijui kama aliambia gynecologist explainie pia doctor yake some of the effects of the pill, some of the dangers of the pill. Hizo mood swings zina affect women, zina affect the period cycle and everything. Sijui kama alimwambia hivyo ama yeye anafikirianga tu hivyo, watu wakimangana lazima ikuwe ni curve, dry fry. Hiyo ndio anafikirianga tu. Ndio maana anaambia watu hizo vitu. But wacha tumalize hii video na Miguna akituambia who Esther Passaris is. Just take it home Miguna. Kama umependa hii video so far, please like, subscribe. Hii channel ni mpya. We want to grow it.
Listen, the problem with this country are people like Passaris, Kidero, and the rest who have made up their minds that there is a lower standard for Africa and Kenya and Nairobi, that there are things we cannot do, there are things we cannot become. Citizens of Nairobi cannot ride in a subway system because it cannot be done. Other people have done it. They were not created after Africans. God did not create Caucasians first, and then he woke up one day and said, let me create Africans.
Hiyo ni ukweli kabisa. Miguna amesema. If you like the video, please like, subscribe. Tuonane next time.